Yeah, enjoying it out here. Got a pretty cool little Airbnb out here. And just chilling, man. A lot of work, but got to enjoy some good coffee this morning. Some good bakery, baked good items. So it's been a good start to my day. I'm a little tired as I decided not to sleep last night and just power through the day so I could like fix my sleep pattern. And hopefully I'll go to sleep correctly here in a couple hours here as well. And hopefully I'll be pretty much that's like how I break jet lag. I just kill myself for one day right in the morning, and then boom, the rest of the trip I'm usually good. So, yeah, I'm a little tired here, but I'm actually really excited because my entire schedule is now flipped. So I used to do like meetings and events during my day, and then I do my work in the late evening, right? But now what's crazy is because I'm in Europe, I'm literally keeping all the same times, but now my entire day is empty. So I get to wake up and like go for walks, or do whatever the hell I want, or go to the museums. And then my first essential live event is this event, which is 5:30 p.m. local, which is way different than my 8:30 a.m. usual event. So I'm actually stoked for that because it gives me a way better way to plan for the day and take advantage of being able to, communicate with you guys during my evenings out here. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, with that, I'm incredibly excited because this is really the start of our loyal community, right? And I think this is where it's going to be really fun to kind of build this relationship with you guys and scale through. And I want to talk to you guys about what it means to define what loyalty is. I then want to talk to you guys about the concept of intertwined souls, and the value of being able to have two souls over time. And lastly, I want to be able to share really just how we're going to navigate this bear at a really continuous pace, for each and every one of you, which I think will be also equally exciting. So, with that, let's kind of get into it and talk about this concept of loyalty. And in loyalty, what I've historically understood in this space is that there is no such thing as loyalty, right? There literally is no such thing as loyalty in wave one. We've learned this pretty quickly that no one's willing to hold anything down to zero at this point. And the real reason for this is that this entire game has been moved to trader and speculators. And because of that, loyalty only sustains, right, in a market where, essentially, there is a real relationship of trust being built. And honestly, that just hasn't existed in wave one. Wave one essentially has missed all of those opportunities to build real loyalty with their users. And, it's not like these guys aren't trying to build loyalty. It's just so hard to sustain loyalty as well. So, a good example of this, Azuki. Azuki was considered to have some of the best loyalty, but of course, right, one major mistake, right, with their most recent collection, that loyalty was immediately abandoned, right? The amount of whales that exited very large positions from their mint was incredibly high. And because of that, what you started to see is that there's cracks everywhere. We saw loyalty slip on Meme Land when they revealed their art. We saw loyalty slip from Bored Ape going under 30 ETH, Mutants, around 5 ETH. It became a really tough market overall. So this is essentially what Tribe has to be counterintuitive about, right? We have to be figuring out, okay, what does it take to actually define what loyalty is? And more importantly, how do you actually build a product experience where loyalty is captured and loyalty is designed for, loyalty is empowered, loyalty is embraced? And this is what we're constantly thinking about on a day-to-day basis. And the way we've defined loyalty has been kind of twofold. One is our curation methodology has been really focused on loyalty, meaning that when we are partnering or when we're allocating any of the initial spots, especially over the last 6 months across our projects, we've been really ensuring that we design for a measurement of loyalty. And that was through participation in chat, relics, supporting the community, etc. And that became an important factor from the start because there was a more trusted relationship. But we needed to continue this, right? And that's when relics really started to empower the ecosystem, because then we allowed for a measurement of your loyalty. And we also gave you guys social status, right? Like it's slight social status, but you could click on anyone here and you can immediately see what their relationship is with this ecosystem. It's an amazing gift and a curse at the same time. It's a gift because it gives us depth of transparency unlike anything else, right? But why is it a curse? It's a curse because every time you guys click on a name and you see someone who doesn't have great engagement, and you're like, hey, why does this person have any type of whitelist? They don't deserve it either. So it becomes that kind of fun game because you guys really want all these assets, but it's understanding that we've created an element of loyalty, right? And because of that, you've been able to feel that you're connected, and more importantly, you're acknowledged in this process and experience. And then how do we extend that loyalty even further? Well, we turn relics into currency, right? This was unexpected. This wasn't what most people thought the design was going to. But essentially, right, when you guys were able to start realizing that it was a currency that unlocked real value for each and every one of you, it became a system that truly measured loyalty and rewarded loyalty through access to projects. And I think that becomes like really, really valuable in this ecosystem because in the end, right, that's what you really want from any good project. It's not only giving you amazing experiences, but it's also that project unlocking greater access to the world of Web3. And we at Tribe think we've done the best in that latter position, right? It's just consistently getting more and more allocation. And yeah, we'll have some season 2 raffles today and this week. Meaning that if you have a season 2 soul, you'll get to exclusively participate, which is pretty interesting. So the fun thing about all of our designs and all of our product experience is that it continues to compound loyalty. And that's where it gets really powerful with everything that we're trying to do. It's really about this concept of you have to design and gamify and compound the value of being loyal. Because again, if we start not delivering on those results, right, or if we struggle to deliver the results of more assets, more allocation, more curated allocation, it becomes really weak. The loyalty then looks like we're not entrusting it as well to you, and that's important. You know what is my weirdest favorite thing to do? I creepishly like to go into every other whale community and whale chat out there, and my favorite thing to do is I try to just look at what allocations they're getting. Like I literally want to know what other communities are giving allocation out there and what is the quality of the allocation. And the constant truth is no one comes close to what Tribe is allocating from a whitelist perspective. It really isn't. And that's amazing to be in that position, right? Like it really is on a whole nother level on that kind of design. Now we just have to hope that this market turns bullish, right? And that's what we're now waiting for, right? But this is kind of where we've got into this kind of like really healthy design and healthy structure. We've got into a very bullish element of top tier allocation on top tier projects with high credibility and integrity. And that means that we actually turn down tons of projects that are low credibility and low integrity, right? And because of that, that means that we further our loyalty with you. But here's one key secret that makes our loyalty stronger than any other community out there. It's very simple. Our economics are aligned with you. That's actually the reason why we don't have a splintering of loyalty here compared to everyone else, right? And the biggest problem we run into in this space is that everyone is, struggling with, right? Is understanding that this this market isn't giving high quality stuff. But the other big problem you're seeing is people aren't curating high enough quality projects to bring to the fold. And then what did we do when we realized this problem? We said, okay, well, let's go launch Village and just launch high quality projects as well too. If we do that, great, we'll get you more allocation and we'll get you more curated and higher quality allocation. And what was that largest allocation that led to the largest gain? It was a Village partner. That was a exclusive access to inventory we had that no one else had, right? At that level of 4 dimensionals. And that's kind of why I get really bullish about this opportunity, is that we're still just getting started on all of this. We're still getting better every day, every week, on this partnership and this value of loyalty. But it all comes down to what I was saying earlier. Our economic model aligns with you. We're building on, asset accrual via, NFTs. That means that, hey, if we're trying to win on the upside of capturing NFTs, we also have to do that with you guys as well too, right? And that means that in that design and in that structure, it means that we're actually building with you in mind. I don't have a different goal for ourselves individually than the goals that we're offering to you as a community. And this is where almost every other project has delineated, right? I would argue that there was no reason for Azuki, regardless of how the mint played out. It was always a bad decision to do a 2 ETH mint, right? On 40 million in the bottom of Bear, right? But the only reason they had to do that is their business model required them, right? Their business model wasn't aligned to the holders, right? And because of that, they optimized for it, right? And if you're mad about that, you should be really pissed what other side did, right? On behalf of Yuga to this market 15 months ago, right? Not only did they take 9 figures off liquidity of the assets, they take 9 figures of liquidity off gas, right? Through gas, because it was such an inefficient mint. Like, they should be honestly canceled at this point, but it's surprising no one talks about it. But what is Yuga's business model? It has nothing to do with supporting you guys as holders. It is truly about getting 90% net margins as much as they can. I mean, you could even look at how cash extractive they were on their BTC design. Like, they even dropped 12-fold. They rushed to put a generative art collection out there. It wasn't even a good generative art collection. They then made it just a true Dutch auction. It wasn't even a fair Dutch auction. And then they, more importantly, just were like, hey, it's not even like we're gonna set really bad precedent. Just send us the BTC. We promise we'll send it back if you're not a top bidder. Awful precedent, right? Like, it was just super dumb on their end. And they got 15-20 million dollars out of it, and they've done literally nothing else with it. There's no other value. They intentionally say that there's no other value. This is just art, but there's no storytelling, there's no design, there's no expansion. We just let these projects get away with it. And this is why they're strained on loyalty, because of their cash extracting practices. And this is one of the core advantages at Tribe, is that we don't have to lean into that. If we do consider paid mints, we try to be at the bottom of paid mint windows, right, for that respective chain, right? And when we do consider a mint, we try considering free mints in majority of cases as well. And this puts us again in a very different position, and why there's a little bit more trust in what we're doing with each and every one of you. Plus, the best part is we're probably the most overly transparent organization out there. We pretty much walk you guys through all of our considerations, all of our decisions, all of our design. And that's what also leads to this final element of loyalty, is that you guys have a feeling that you have co-design and co-input on everything we do. And it's very true. Lots of you guys have driven the outcomes and stories of our projects thus far. Community involvement has played a very critical role and will continue to play a very critical role. And this is where we keep asking ourselves, how do we build more and more loyalty? And you know what's the best measurement of our loyalty? Just go to the Reapers chat. Go to the Reapers chat. If you're a Galactic Senator, you have this amazing stat. You can see how many people voted, and then you can see how many people were available to vote. We've now done 2 consecutive votes. We have reached over 82% voter turnout on each of those votes. Holy shit. Do you guys realize how insane that metric is? That is such an outlier of engagement, and is only being engaged by our community as well too, right? And it's all done in a very simple manner. New Discord shared over with a very clear design and clear presence. And we're also gamifying it and doing a lot of great storytelling. It's going to take a whole nother level up here as Mirror is going to get crazy with it. Mirror is going to take over a lot, or should I say, Sergeant of Arms Vega will be taking quite a bit over that process as well. And you're going to see some really cool things unfold, because it's already fun after the first vote, but like every vote creates a ripple. Every ripple creates some type of impact. Every impact can change the face of the planet, right? Everything you do, you're going to see ripples, ripples, ripples just opening up. And every vote that goes on, you're going to see slight changes to the world and sometimes drastic changes to the world. There's like the best way I could explain it. I don't know if I should tell you this because you guys might want to optimize for it. But there's one outcome that leads to like a nuclear like catastrophic event, right? There's actually one outcome where you could kill like 65% of the species in the world, right? Which is crazy. Like it's actually insane. It's a thread that takes multiple outcomes to be able to do that, and we don't recommend you to do it. But if you guys all get a little bit crazy, right, you could literally have it. It's not a game over, but it's definitely going to be a game that's going to be more desolate and sad, right? But this is kind of why I think this is also really fun, is these outcomes we don't even know. Like, do you guys even know that myself nor Mirror, right, understand what you guys voted for last week? We're going to do a whole live impromptu event based off the reveal of votes with you tomorrow. It's crazy. Like, it's going to be this totally different product experience. This isn't like quote unquote architected weeks in advance, right? We have a framework of what we're doing, but we're actually designing this live. We're taking your guys' feedback and your guys' choices. We don't know what missions you guys have just optimized for. We still don't know those missions. I'm sure I could go technically look at the database. We're not looking at the database here. But this is the brilliant part, is that Mirror and myself are trying to fly as equally blind with you guys because we're co-building this world together. This is real co-creation at its finest. And man, if you were in one of the live debates, man, both of the debates were really fascinating. We'll do 3 this week as well. And I think you're just going to see this total different product experience that is only possible with loyalty, right? If we didn't have loyalty, Reapers wouldn't have existed. Like this Reapers experience would have never been able to be activated, right? Imagine trying to get 2,000 random, right? Like opportunities here, like 2,000 random people joining a Discord and actually participating in role playing. You can't. Doesn't work that way, right? And that's kind of where it's pretty insane, right? And this is kind of why I'm really bullish on what Tribe is doing, right? You guys proved it again just by showing the participation last week. And you prove it again by just seeing so many people joining these events consistently through as well. And we're pushing forward. And this is what loyalty looks like. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Right? Like that's the name of this game. And we're able to capture loyalty as well. And here's the best part is 99% of you, your loyalty cost to us is no more than $40, right? Right, which is insane. That's a crazy metric to say, right? And for a vast majority of you, most of your entry points are under $20, right? And this is kind of again where the bullishness of our ecosystem compounds again, is you realize is that the access point should be very clearly valuable if you're active, right? And if you value the loyalty of the design. And this is kind of the sentiment we're trying to get right with each of these elements, because there's the simple truth, right? Is loyalty will get us through a bear. Loyalty will. If you believe in where crypto is going, though everything Tribe is designing for is to be ready for that bull, right? And it doesn't mean that we have to wait till the bull for launch, but that is where we are optimized to really win, right? And if we can continue to maintain these relationships and these structures, what you can see hopefully is that light at the end of the tunnel. And the only way we're going to be able to get there, in my opinion, is getting there as a collective. I want to take all of you with us to this promised land. And that's essentially what we're trying to design for it now. So, with this loyalty, we want to figure out now, how do we add more gamification to this loyalty? Well, I mean, again, we've already shared owning more assets is always a great way to manage loyalty here. And currently, we now have, 3 assets in the market. There's essentially Genesis Soul, there's Soul Season 2, and then there's Tribe Diamonds, right? And again, Tribe Diamonds is at a whole different price point delta, right? It's crazy that our entry points to this ecosystem is currently $20 or $10,000 or $8,000, right? Whatever the number may be on a given day, right? Those are the 2 entry price points into our world, which is nuts, right? And technically there's also a free layer at the moment right now, but it'll only stay open for a few more weeks. But if you think about that, that's kind of insane that we've been able to scale this product experience, right, to be able to allow both of these users to come in. And this is where the loyalty is at its best. Loyalty is at its best where I can have a guy, right, chatting to us who only spent $20 or $40 about, the next mint they're looking for. Or I could have a diamond user who spent $10,000 talk to me about feet picks all the time, like ICO Beast, right? And this is kind of where it becomes really fun, right? And this fun design is that I bring this up because, again, it's amazing to see diamonds interact, right? Just here, like there's more diamonds right now chatting in the chat than non-diamond holders right now in the last 20 messages, which is nuts. Like if you guys just look at that, it's kind of nuts. Is that we show up across the board. And yeah, the council chat is just feed pics. That's all we send. And I kind of want us to have like a feed pic day where that's all we're showing is good old feed pics. But this is also what makes Tribe so special. The loyalty isn't just from the quote unquote grinders, right? That's what most of the market wants you to realize, right? It's funny when someone will say like, "Oh, you just have a lot of people that are grinders." I'm like, "Oh shit, dude! I did not know people who spent $10,000 and engaged with the community are called grinders now. Holy cow! When did that happen? That's a really interesting element of design." So this is kind of where we're starting to realize is that most of the market doesn't get what we're building yet, and that's also to our advantage, right? Because what it means is that if only X percentage of the market knows about us and we're already getting this type of loyalty, again, even on a Monday, right? Starting off our week, one of the slowest days for us, we still have 300 plus people in this chat. You know how many Discords would kill to have this right now? Tons. And guess what? We're going to do this 10 or 15 times at a given week, right? Which is just also insane. So I bring all of this up because now we're trying to figure out how to extend this value, right? And this is kind of why intertwined souls is going to be like a really important thing in our value creation. And we're going to break this down a little bit more because we're essentially doing Soul Season 2 mint without any public information yet, right? We're not going to do anything public until this Wednesday because I wanted to make sure the only people who are going to be minting in the first week are going to be those who are truly loyal to the ecosystem. And we made this mistake last time. We made this mistake because degens are degens, man. And last time people were minting blindly because they saw us post it and they saw it get a little bit of traction on the marketplace, right? So because of that, right, what I'm really excited about is that we're now building for a scenario where we could have a mint without making a public mint announcement on Twitter. And we could still get 1,000 to 2,000 plus people to mint, which is insane as well. And because of that, and that's the other reason why we're not pitching this out externally, is that I actually don't want that many to mint Soul Season 2 for one reason. And that reason is very simple, is that if you have Soul Season 1 plus Soul Season 2, that will unlock something called Intertwined Souls. And that means that you've been truly loyal to this project from day one and day two, right? And because of that, right, or season 1 and season 2, and because of that intertwined souls, what's pretty exciting here now is that you're going to be able to get the largest value proposition in our ecosystem on behalf of soul users, right? And again, that's incredibly rare because right now, the maximum amount of intertwined souls could be 1,200. And realistically, the actual number of intertwined souls looks like to be sub 1,000, right? If we can maintain that here as well, right? What's really bullish here in the structure and the design is that we get to continue to scale the entire story and the vision here as well in a very meaningful way. And this is where the intertwined souls will probably be one of the more valuable things because all of the assets you're getting from soul are going to be soul bound, right? Like, or are going to be bound to your soul. We don't want to use the phrase soul bound because that's not the framework we use. We use our own variation of it. But if you have intertwined souls, you'll be able to release from the bounds. You'll be able to get certain assets that will not have any binding, right? And what I mean by that is it means that you have full liquidity against that as well. You could trade it, ship it, do whatever you want. And that's where it's going to get incredibly powerful as well, because it'll also give you some liquidity, right? Liquidity optionality, let's say. I think for a lot of you, you'll want to keep this asset that we're going to be giving, but at the same time, we love the idea that it could open up. And the cool thing then is that those intertwined souls will actually confer their utility onto that asset. And whoever owns that asset, right, will actually unlock some of the ongoing rewards to our ecosystem as well. And that's kind of the nice thing about how we're building this is that I don't want 7,000 Gen 1 soul holders to mint in Gen 2, right? Like, very simply put, we wanted to avoid that at all costs. And because of that, it means that we're going to have these 3 different segments of users again across Soul. There's going to be those who have both Soul 1 and 2, right? Season 1 and 2. Those are intertwined souls, and that sits at the top. And then you'll have 2 offshoots of that. You'll have Genesis Soul and you'll have Soul Season 2. And if you have one of those, you're going to get value as well. And that's the great thing about our design. You guys know if you just have one soul, you get 5 claims. As long as you have one of the souls, right? So whether it be Genesis or Soul Season 2, you're going to have 5 claims against this, right? Which is crazy, right? 5 claims including, PFP, digital art, comic book, physical comic book, and physical jewelry as well. And that seems pretty amazing for this kind of early design. And that doesn't even include, right, then the other utility that comes with being able to unlock Village Market, You guys are going to get your first like relic. If you had Soul Season 1, I think later this week or early next week, you'll be granted a little cachet of relics for representing Season 1. Same thing if you have Season 2 and Season 1, you're going to start unlocking passive generative relics. And then if you are diamonds as well, diamonds, you will also be getting a slug of relics as well. As we're slowly, diamonds will always still have their own auctions, but at the same time, they'll also be incentivized to bid in the public auctions as well. And because of this, right, you're going to allow yourselves to be able to capture what I think is one of the most important currencies in our ecosystem, which is relics. And at the same time, your relics are your optionality. Your relics are going to be able to give you more and more ways to wield the value of your loyalty. That's what relics unlock. And that's insanely powerful in that design. So what do we need to keep doing is we need to keep marching forward in this front. But here's the other little alpha about season 2 Soul. Each season is going to have like a core theme around it where it will deliver exclusive value of holding that soul that is a new value creation. So the other value of holding season 2 Soul is that season 2 Soul is going to be tied to our Ordinals expansion, right? So for those of you who want to believe in the upside of Ordinals and want access to what we're doing with Ordinals, the entire Ordinals allocation will be going into a totally different marketplace that's only unlocked. So it'll be in the same marketplace, but it'll only be biddable by those who own season 2 Soul, right? And the idea essentially allows you guys to continue to scale. And exactly, Wild West Crypto, right? This works nicely because some of these designs here as well is some of these assets here as well are going to be really valuable. But the biggest thing of why we're doing multiple souls is that it limits those who did try to bot season 1 and stopped engaging. And there are a lot of people who were active in season 1 and were less active or non-active in season 2, right? And I think that's not anything I'm worried about because, to be very honest, that's what happens in bear markets. Tons of people churn out, right? So the goal isn't here to be like, oh, let's get as much upside and get all these people to be able to scale. What's going to be really nice in this design. Oh, is there some music playing in the background? Why? What is Safeword saying? I don't know. Oh, he's just being crazy. Okay, I don't know what he's saying then. But yeah, it's in his head. There we go. So as we kind of continue in this design, what we're starting to recognize now is that we're going to start sharing very clearly the details with you guys on all the utility here. And because of that, the opportunity is very clear as we scale, but we'll make sure to share that with you, especially on Wednesday. And I think that's where it's going to get really exciting in this product experience because it'll become more publicly aware of why you should have a soul. And again, I don't think it's going to lead to a massive rush. That's not the design here. We just want to make it slowly as we unwind and ensure that anyone who truly values season 2 is going to be able to get it. And that's kind of where it gets really interesting in this kind of design. The monthly generation will all be distributed via a weighted relic. So everyone who has a season 1 soul will get a weighted relic. Everyone who has and that will be from the initial one. Everyone who has both the season 1 and season 2 soul will get a monthly weighted relic. And then if you have season 1, if you have both souls and diamond, you'll get another weighted relic. And then for every diamond on top of that, you're also going to get weighted relics. And that's kind of why it gets really exciting is that all of you guys will be able to kind of scale this design and scale this opportunity. And you guys are asking why pump the relic supply. You guys don't realize the relic supply auto corrects every time. You guys just saw what happened. We put more relics into the system in season 2. What happens? Did you see that Oath went up almost 2x. You guys will self-burn and self-correct these assets accordingly. What we want to do is we want to give better distribution on the value of relics for those who are participating in our ecosystem. And being holders is a meaningful part of being in our ecosystem as well. And that's the crazy thing, is that we're seeing all of this stuff designed actually perfectly, right? Everything is actually balanced so well, because the best part is that we don't really have storefronts, right? You actually have to worry about balancing if you have set fixed prices, right? If I have to sell you guys a loaf of bread, then yes, I have to be conscious of the price of that loaf of the bread and the amount of relics or the amount of currency or fiat that you have here as well. And because of that, right, what we realize is we don't have that in our marketplace or our shops. What it is, it's a fair bid system, and you can choose when you want to bid or not. So, a lot of you may want to get Oath because there's very few Oath left. And, we'll open up the relics here and the auctions here as well. But at the same time, a lot of you are smart and realizing, nah, I'll wait. I'll wait a few more weeks. I'll wait a few more months. Because then the best part about this is your relics keep stacking. Our allocation still keeps coming. Our opportunities still keep growing, right? Nothing is stopping here at the moment right now. So this is kind of where the power really grows, because we've actually thought about this system in so many different ways that it's already balanced from the start. And that's a very hard thing to be able to pull off, right? And it's a very interesting way that we're able to get away with it compared to most others. And the best part about this is that we keep getting best in class allo, right? And in a meaningful way. Like honestly, when I look to ETH, there's very few mints I'm excited about, except I don't know. I mean, Jungle, Weebox, because they're both free mints, small supply, venture back. Yoga Pets is probably what a lot of people are. And we got allocation. They were one of our first AMAs. I mean, the allocation was from a while ago. But again, got allo there. I mean, what else is left that you're looking forward on ETH? Like, I mean, the rest are like meme, but okay, I don't got 10 ETH to give to each and every one of you to go buy captains here at the moment right now. Nah, man, Card Party's gone, bro. That one's gonzo. Card Party's probably will still do well at the start, but definitely not working with bad actors in this space. I think in the end, right, you want to be able to scale that stuff out here as well. And that's kind of where it gets pretty exciting, though, is that we keep getting a lot of these upside here as well, too. Yeah, Galaxis is someone we're talking to as well. Genkai is actually one that we might miss. I regret that, to be very honest. I should have definitely spent more time going after Genkai, and it's interesting. They have some very different collab managers. They actually shifted out almost all their collab management team from when we were first partnered with them. I should have got us Genkai. I actually missed that. That's on me. I'm still trying to get some allo, but I don't know what the likelihood of that is well too. So this is kind of shit. Some of the responses. I love how you guys all have my back when I shit on Cart Party, and then you guys come in on the same front here. But again, like generally, right, we have a lot of good stuff. I think the problem with Genkai, and the reason why we didn't prioritize Genkai here as well, was for one major reason. We still don't know the supplier mint size. Does anyone know the supplier mint size here? That was actually one of the reasons why we were slow to it as well. And again, I don't know why they need another collection. No, yeah, actually, Saita asked a really good point. I know of it. The art actually looks good-ish. I just don't know, like, what and why and how and should it exist, right? And I hope that they announce their supply and mint price soon. I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see it, but that is one that we don't have allo that we should have gotten allo on. And like that's the other thing, dude. We'll keep it 100, dude. Like I try to tell you guys exactly what happens with every one of these projects, dude. Like Oh my god, I'm like working so hard to try getting like a little bit. Wait, Genesis Kongs get 2 guaranteed, Baby Kongs get 1. Ooh. And plus whitelist from Apple. Dude, they gave 500 allo to Meme Land. This is probably what, at least how many Genesis Kongs are there? Hold on, let's do the math together. This is actually an interesting conversation, real quick. Cyber Kongs. Let's go to this collection. Okay. So Genesis. There's 1,000. So there's 2,000 just for Genesis, right? And then sorry. So yeah, there's 2,000 just for Genesis. And then how many baby Kongs are out there? And then how many are they giving any to the 3D Kongs? I'm just sorry. I'm curious. This is actually interesting. We could do the math here. Created. Oh, where are the baby Kongs? What's the name of their collection? Oh, babies. Yeah, Cyber Kongs babies. So those are 4,000. So we're already at 6,000 there. So this is at least a 10K collection, right? At least 10K or at least like 9K collection. Because what we know is that it's 6,000 already internally. We know they gave 500 to Meme Land, right? So they're at 6,500 just from that. Realistically, this is easily 8 to 10K, right? Voxels get allocation. They collected all 5 POAPs, so there's probably another 500 to 1,000 there as well. Yikes! It's a big supply, and it's not free. There's no way this is free. It's definitely a paid bin. I mean, maybe, man, dude. If it's free, then we really missed out. But yeah, they haven't announced mint price. You would just think if it's free, you would announce it's free, right? Has to be a paid bin. I don't think Genkai has its own Twitter. I think it's literally just CyberKong's Twitter, is where all of it is, and like the community mods. Yeah, they're calling it Limitless. So yeah, it's just literally on their website here as well. So, again, without getting too distracted here, I bring this up because again, we want to continue to be honest with ourselves on what is the best opportunity in this marketplace and what we can do as well. And because of that, right, it means that we have to be honest on the type of allocation we're getting, right? And more importantly, we have to be very clear on what we're prioritizing and deprioritizing, right? I mean, we have tons of people who are trying to give allocation, but the loyalty only works if we're true to you guys. And that's kind of why we're like very, very conscious of keeping our line of communication open here. So it doesn't mean we're going to be perfect, but I'm telling you, we're getting more than most people are on pretty much every collection. We have like 3 more decent collections coming up here as well too that we're about to announce in the next couple of weeks. And then yeah, same thing. Like our ordinal stuff is going to start moving relatively quickly, and that's going to be really bullish. Yeah, I think Garbage Friends day 1 of 4 days starts today. So there's 4 days of mints and 4 different windows for everyone as well. So oh, are they delaying it here as well? Interesting. Yeah, we did get OX Tama allow list spots. Those went just to diamonds at the moment right now. We'll definitely get more of those. I don't know anything about Sugartown. I know we're looking into it. But yeah, we're not partner with them yet. At least I don't think we are. So this is kind of where we're kind of scaling this stuff out a little bit more to kind of get more allocation and more opportunities coming back to you guys. I still want more free mints. Yeah, Tama, yeah, minted this last night or this last like 12 hours. Again, I think it's only sitting at a 0.03, 0.04 floor at the moment right now. And that's the thing, right? Is right now it's like we're in Burger Town right now. That's what we're in. We're like, trying to just get a little bit, of liquidity out of most of these, but there's not a lot of big wins. But the good thing is I think Tribe has a few of the bigger wins lined up. Honestly, I am very bullish on Weebox. I just want them to be more in your face. And then I think Jungle's going to do a really good job with their launch strategy as well. And if all things go well, we'll have another village partner to announce here in early August, which will also be really cool. We're still moving forward on building this publisher opportunity here as well, and this is kind of the nice thing here. Yeah, anyone who gives you floor price predictions is lying to you. So you shouldn't listen to people. You shouldn't ask that. I think the biggest thing is asking yourself which is the one that you'd want to hold regardless of floor price. That's probably the best way to think of this stuff, you know. But yeah, we can say 6.9 ETH on everything. I think that's what we should always do. Everything is 6.9 ETH. 6.9 ETH or 0.69 ETH. So everything outside of tribe should be 0.69 ETH, and everything inside a tribe is 6.9. That's what we're gonna say for everything from now on, and if we can do that, it'll work out pretty nicely. And then if you're anything, oh my god, yeah, actually I should have spread more rumors. It's already enough. Let's continue further down on some of the utility here of intertwined souls, and then we'll kind of wrap up on some of the other new features that are coming for Soul here as well too. So as I mentioned, intertwined souls is going to allow you to claim some unbounded assets, right? That's the only way you get unbounded assets. And that's the good thing is that, if you have season 1 and season 2 Soul, you've been clearly one of our more loyal users and we want to reward you. But the best part is that this loyalty will always roll. So if you just got season 2 Soul for the first time, awesome. Like you've already unlocked a lot of utility. Plus, when you unlock season 3 Soul sometime in the future, you'll still have the ability to unlock intertwined souls as well. It's actually this really interesting compounding feature that will allow for the supply and the assets to be dynamic in a pretty cool way. And that's kind of why I'm really bullish on where the market is and where it's going. I think the real opportunity overall is going to be this kind of opportunity and structure here to be really bullish on where the design is going to be going here too. Yeah, there will be special auctions for intertwined souls as well. So that's the other cool thing. There's going to be auctions just for Gen 1 soul. There's going to be auctions for Season 2 soul. And there's going to be auctions for having both as well. And that's where it gets really bullish and really exciting here as well in this design. We should definitely ban Awais on that. Oh, that's awful. That would be disastrous. Yeah, awful. Boo. Kick him out. But nah, it's all good. I don't really care here at this point. Yes, don't worry. When we get to Soul Season 3, we'll definitely call a Menage a Trois Soul, of course. That's also gonna be exciting here as well. Shun the non-believer. Oh, I miss Charlie the Unicorn. Um, all right. So as we kind of continue here as well, we're going to keep scaling this kind of product opportunity. There's going to be very few auctions just for Genesis Soul moving forward, right? Because that's the important thing is Genesis Soul just had a whole first season for these assets, right? So the opportunity now moves to intertwined souls and Soul Season 2 users. And that's kind of where the opportunity is here as well in this kind of design. You can keep scaling this here. We can make Soul tradable, but we're not making Soul tradable anytime soon. That's why we control it. Soul is bound to you, but it could be unbounded in the future, right? And that's kind of the important thing in this kind of design and the structure here. So this is kind of where we're going to get to kind of build this all out and scale this with each and every one of you. And this is also why getting an intertwined soul will be valuable to each and every one of you here. I'm gonna time out Oasis for his awful, awful price estimation, which is pretty funny here as well in this kind of design. So you can kind of continue to scale here and be a part of this ecosystem as well too. So lots of cool ways to kind of scale here as well and kind of be a part of this kind of design and this system too. And this is kind of where the next layer of our conversations are really going to be. We're in this kind of really fun kind of structure now to kind of unlock more value through the auction based system. But also, what you're going to see as well is souls and all the other assets are going to start connecting to fill your wallet. And that's what we really care about here. I really want to make sure that you guys keep getting access to what's being built and also what is new stuff coming in. So some of the new stuff that you're going to see coming out this week, which is going to be pretty exciting, is twofold. One is you're going to start seeing us do summaries for almost every major event. So anytime we do one of these live audio events and you can't make it, don't worry. We're going to start writing out one pager summaries for every event that's coming forward. And we'll be having that listed starting this week. Alongside that, the other features you're going to quickly see as well is that you're going to see more interactive experiences being opened up that is going to be really, really valuable in regard to your ability to connect to one another. So this is also going to be something that happens probably a little bit later this quarter, but we're going to be calling it serendipity. One of our biggest things that we care about is that it's one thing to build a connection between builders and community. It's another to build a relationship within that community as well, right? And that's really where our entire design is going to be and where it's going to scale. And with that, what you really want to understand is our product experience is really going to focus on building more one-to-one relationships, right? And we want you guys to be able to connect with other people that are of your similar taste, similar interests, and similar feedback as well. And because of that, right, that's where your whole opportunity for connection and value is going to get stronger. And these are the bonds we want to build. We're going to start this off with diamond users first for those who are interested. And essentially, you'll be able to create your own little profile of like, what am I an expert in? What am I looking to learn? What am I curious about to learn with somebody else? And based off your responses there, we're actually going to start pairing you up with certain conversations to opt in and kind of these curated one-to-one conversations and group conversations as well. Because what our goal is that right now we've been utilizing this as a concert, right? Where like it's one person or a few people on stage talking to everyone else there. Don't get me wrong, there's value in that in regard to being able to disseminate a bunch of information to a large audience, but it's missing something. It's missing the breakouts. It's missing your ability to connect. And we don't want that shit to be in chat, right? Because chat is too boring for that stuff, right? Like you guys don't want to text because, like we said, it always goes back down to what did you eat for lunch? And I swear to God, I should ban that entire phrase from this entire community and experience as well too. I should also ban the people who say what is code? What is code? Tell me your code. Tell me code, please. Tell me. Okay, I won't ban him because he actually has season 1 and season 2 soul, but that just makes me hurt. But I will time out him. I like timing out all the people who ask stupid questions. Uh, they don't deserve to ask another stupid question here as well. So that's kind of the favorite thing here. Now you guys all wanted me to ban you all. Holy shit. I love it. Um, but that is also what makes this so fun is that you guys want those juicy, juicy relics, and we'll give you those juicy, juicy relics. But before I do that, uh, yeah, Frenchie, we can do that. I will create an auto slot bot. I mean, I think that could be pretty funny. I got to figure out what exactly how to do it. I mean, you've already saw we banned GM in the Reapers chat because I don't want any more Reapers here as well. Oh, he was messing with the person that said code drop. My bad. Who was the guy I timed out? I don't even remember which one I timed out. I've timed out too many. The good thing is I only timed him out for an hour. Oh, it was Akin. Okay. Sorry, Akin. Okay, it's this guy. Hold on. He was just messing. Oh, he's saying what is code? Okay, let me remove timeout. I'll remove it from you. I'm sorry, Akin. I wasn't paying attention. Whoever said it first originally, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna go time you out later. Uh, so as we kind of wrap up, I think the big thing you want to see is that Tribe is going to emphasize more loyalty. Tribe is going to design loyalty through digital assets and digital experiences, and it's going to be across both ETH and BTC. In this kind of world, the way you want to look at this is that grab a season 2 soul if you value BTC, and I will tell you this, grab a season 2 soul if you already have a Genesis soul and you have at least 20 relics. If you have that, it's a no-brainer to go get intertwined souls. I'm telling you, that is the smartest thing you can do in this ecosystem. I promise you, when you see what the rewards will be unveiled, you'll be like, huh, I was stupid. I didn't do that. Right. Oh, that makes sense. It's all going to really be able to connect here as well. So I just want to share that. Again, it's more about understanding the way it's designed. Souls are going to be amazing with the assets you give you. This first comic that's coming is going to be fire. The first digital art is going to be really exciting. All these pieces are going to have all this kind of different upside for each and every one of you. But I think what's even more exciting about this product and this experience here is that everything is designed for GP equals GA, right? Greater participation equals greater access. And because of that, we're going to continue to value that across that board as well. Yeah, sorry, Akin, that I accidentally muted you. I didn't realize you were trolling someone else. I just saw people responding to you there as well. But I'll give you guys some codes here in just a moment. But before I give you guys the code, let's do this. Actually, let's do two things. Okay, I will get you a code, but let me do this first. I'm going to go to the village market and I'm going to edit the village market so that only this is season 2 soul week. So we're going to give this to just season 2 souls. You guys might be able to get some discounts here because there are significantly less people with soul season 2. And this is then the good part of that design. So you guys should be able to get that here as well. You can see some of the oh, hold on. You guys are, I forgot that it also gives you the ability to type. Annoying. I wish these the design for Discord wasn't this shitty, but it always is with permissions. It's never perfect. But okay, I've stopped it. Let me just clean it all up now. Huzzah! Okay, now it's open, and now you're good to go. All right, so let's do this. I'll share my screen in just a second. Let's get you guys a relic as well. Okay, I'll do the relic right after this event. Give me just a second. And then a couple other things coming up. Season 2 relics will be deleted by the end of this week, so they won't be showing on your profile anymore. Again, just know that the relic counts are going to be updated. We're still making some decisions on a few things. So, like Sosh Saint relics, we're still figuring out what we want to do with those. We're still figuring out what we want to do with some of the Galactic Senate relics. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do with the blank slate relics as well. So just know that there's intentional design here. There's going to be reasons why we're going to unlock this value in different ways. So just like stay tuned. And then also, like I said, if you have Genesis Soul, you're about to get a one-time relic bonus, right? If you have both season 1 and season 2 soul, you're gonna get another one-time larger bonus. And then also, if you have season 1 and season 2 soul, you're also gonna get a relic generator on that as well. Like, we're gonna honor you in that meaningful way. And then diamonds, you're gonna keep eating. Like diamonds, you'll always keep eating. And the best part is diamonds aren't like taking away from the allocation here. Diamonds get to win on their own allocation, which is also really cool about this system. And you're actually going to see how we're going to do this as well, because we're actually going to deploy a whole other auction system where you're going to have to actually have certain relics to be able to enter those raffles. And this is going to be important too, because it means that whenever we do a live event, right, and we do an AMA, after those AMAs, if there's a giveaway, we're going to have you guys claim your role. And then as soon as you have that role, you'll be able to enter a custom raffle just for that immediately within the auction to bid on it, right? Which is great. And it could be raffles, it could be auctions, but you have to have that role. So this is going to be where you're going to see role requirements like that become really important in our world as well too. So, this is kind of why we're getting pretty stoked about the design, because it's now going to allow you guys get value in a lot of different ways. So with that, let's head to the village market real quick and let's get you guys rewarded, and then I'll give you guys a quick relic here as well. Let's do season 2. This is all set. Okay, great. You guys should be able to see the village market. Yep. Okay, great. And I'll share my screen so you guys can also join in on the fun. Awesome. Great. Okay, let's do this. What do you guys want? I'm assuming you guys will want to bid on some jungle. Quantity 3. Let's start it off. Jungle. Seal bids false. Titled jungle. Village partner. Description. 1,000 supply. Free mint. VC backed. Mobile shooter. Validity. Let's make this 48 hours. And then we'll do another auction on Wednesday at this time to unlock here as well, which will be great. And the role is Trust in Village. And then to give you a random jungle logo or something like that. Let me grab that real quick. Actually, I'll just throw a ETH diamond on here. Why not? A pixel diamond. Because why not? Okay. Cool. This should be exclusively available to you guys with Soul or Season 2 Soul. Oh, what? Invalid validity? What does this mean? One second. Oh, no. Okay, quantity 3, seal bids, false, title jungle, free mint, 1,000 supply. Let's see if this works. Maybe I did something wrong and I didn't realize. Validity 2 days. Roll Trust in Village. Okay. That's all correct. Okay. Must have just typed in something wrong or didn't like the file size there. So this is going up, so you guys can now bid on this if you have it. Okay, holy shit. You guys like leading out with the high bid. Again, remember, you guys could take your time, and now you're going to force everyone to come up to that bid, which is going to be crazy. I like Ace was just like, now, I want it now, and I'm bidding my 52 relics for it. All right, okay, we have that going. Let's do another one. Let's do 2 Weebox. We want a Weebox whitelist. Weebox, free mint, 2,000 supply, VC backed. Here as well. All right. Oh wow, Mon was just went on top and moved it to 60. Holy cow. Okay, great. And then you know what? Let's do this. Let's do some Oath. This might be the cheapest Oath will go, I bet. I don't know. You guys always surprise me. Oath free mint, 1,500 supply. Get your kings. I'm not going to put any images on these because you guys don't need it. 2 days. This one's ready to go. Again, these are going to take a bit. And then, okay, let me jump to the chat and see what else you guys want. I'll do some fair raffles here too. But yeah, Oath fair raffle, 60 minimum relics. Ooh, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, Village Market's only open for Season 2 Soul holders. If you have Season 2 Soul, go verify. Go verify. I could do some Reapers. Yeah, I could do Reapers, but remember, you get Reapers, you have to make all the votes from here on out, right? Which is going to be crazy. All right, let's do Oath for... Let's go Oath for 62 fair raffle. Let's do that. Oath for 62 fair raffle. Where did the Village Market go? All right. Okay. Holy shit. Oath's already at what? Okay, it's got to be higher than that. I will do Oath at 80 then. I'll do fair raffle Oath 80. Create raffle. Let's do one oath. And we'll do another fair raffle just for season 2 again in just a bit. We like making this fun. We'll make this. You know what? I'll do 2. I'm gonna be nice here. And we're gonna do this oath. Get your kings. Validity 2 days. Oops, 2 days. Roll. Oath. Price 80. If you have 80 relics, you could get this in for about half price right now. Pretty dope. Okay. See if I did that right. Okay, you can enter that one. And then you guys want jungle too. I'll do jungle. Trustin Village, right? Trustin Village. What is jungle already bid at right now? Ooh, Weebox at 40, 30. Ooh, jungle's already at 60. Okay. We'll do this at like 40 relics. Or how about this? 34 relics in honor of Shaquille O'Neal. Jungle. Fair mint. Wait, it's not. Sorry. Free mint. 2,000 supply. Oh, sorry, 1,000 supply. Trusted Village, validity 2 days. Yep. Okay, you guys can all get into this one. You don't need an image for this. Huzzah! Okay, you guys want a Reaper's auction, you're saying? Okay, let's do that as well. Let's do Reaper's auction. You know what? I'm gonna even be nicer. Let's do Reapers right now. This is gonna be a short one just for you guys. You only need to get 20 relics to get Reapers here, and I'll make this run for a very short amount of time. So validity only 10 minutes. Like you have to get it in right now. Reapers. Get your pilots. Under 15, it's under 2,000 supply, but probably going to be around under 1,500 after all the voting is done, unless they all surprise me. Flexible free mint, flexible mint, let's just call it that. Quantity 3 Reapers. Nah, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll do 4 Reapers right now. Hopefully, y'all can get it. It might take some time since you guys are slamming the above ones here as well. This is where our poor little bot starts getting put to work. Wow, okay, so this is a 124 already. Holy cow. 40 for Weebox, that's pretty solid. 60 for Jungle, that's pretty solid as well. Okay. Did it open? Nope. Still waiting. Alrighty then. No, the relic's about to come. No, there's no more warlocks. Warlocks only are earned. The only other people who could bid on warlock is Diamond. Weebox Fair Raffle's already up. Oh, you said Fair Raffle for Weebox. Nah, well, we don't got that many spots for Weebox. Weebox is almost out, right? Which is crazy. It's not that much Weebox left in our community here, which is kind of nuts. So you should be able to get some interesting design here as well. Yeah, Zane Wing, you probably overpaid a little, but like also Zane, there's like only there's less than like 20 oath left, right? It's very small. Zane probably paid the top because he was too excited when he got all his relics to unlock. I think he paid what, 162? Oh yeah, enlightenment. Let's do that. That's a great call. Of course, we should always give enlightened out. That's a great. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do a fair raffle, enlightened. Here. 10. Okay, how about this? 8. I'm gonna do 8 for 8. You can get enlightened roll for 8 relics. 8 of you guys can get this. Enlightened. Get your playable heroes. 6,000 supply. Flexible mint. When you say flexible mint, free is an option, but there are also paid mint options as well. You'll get to choose the trade-off as you value. Oops, enlightened. All right, 8 of them for 8 relics each. Okay, that is really cheap. That's probably the cheapest they'll go. Okay. Ooh, that went faster because most of you have exhausted this as well. Oh, nice. 120 entrants here already on Trustin Village. Y'all are going hard for that as well. All right, let me check the chat, see what else I'm missing. I know you guys. Perfect. Yeah, we'll probably do gated poker in a bit. We have to just figure it out to manage it. We just don't have the time to manage it this week, so we've been kind of hoping to do this a little bit later, which is going to be crazy. There's no advantages to truly capture more season 2 souls. Like, I mean, we honestly don't design soul to be captured to own more than one of like each individual soul. The key is like pairing them, right? Is more interesting. So don't get me wrong, there are a few people who minted multiple season 1 souls, and some did it for security reasons, like they set it to a cold wallet and a hot wallet just in case. Again, if you did do that, all I can say is if you have a season 1 soul, get a season 2 if you have at least 20 relics. Like it will be a valuable design for those who have both souls, right? The intertwined souls. That's it. You do not need to get 10 season 2 souls, right? Like the only reason you'd get 10 season 2 souls is if you want to bet on us getting this right and making it to season 3, then baby, but don't do it. Like really don't do it. It's not worth it. Save your shit here. You could be good. Like I don't need you to worry about all of this kind of stuff. Like this is kind of the important thing, right? And this is kind of why you guys all have to be important as well. You guys need to realize the whole product experience here is the whole product experience here is unlocking more value for each and every one of you who are being closer to our ecosystem as well. And that's kind of why I think we're building some of the coolest stuff here. So while those are playing out, let me just check the village market real quick because those should be ending pretty soon. 8 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh, okay. Reapers and Enlighten ending in there. Let's do this. Let's all go to the secret chamber. / What are we giving you guys? I think it's world. What did I say? Our world, our tribe. There we go. You guys can even see it on my screen now, so you'll know exactly what the password is. Let me hit some gibberish numbers. Okay, there we go. The password is 40832. The password is 40832. Oh man, you guys, it might be getting bombarded so much because there's so many of you guys are here, which is crazy. And the other hilarious part is we're also running all these crazy events. Holy cow. I mean, you guys realize it's pretty crazy, dude. There's almost 500 people here in the middle. They say it's a bear market. Our fucking tribe doesn't feel it. We're shit, right? We get in 1,000+ people minting something that doesn't even get announced as a mint. And then we have 500 fucking plus 500 people almost here, right? 450, 460 people here as well. Nuts. So big stuff here that I want to call out that I would love your guys' support on. And if you guys support, I will give you, all I can say is we are valuing you guys on who actually like retweets our stuff and shares our stuff. You're gonna see one sec. You're gonna see two things. One is we've been measuring retweets and those who are listening actively on Twitter as well. You're actually gonna get some relic airdrops, or I don't want to say relic airdrops, but I'm gonna share. You're gonna get some upside here, which is gonna be pretty cool on this front. So I really want to make sure you guys are all aligned on that here front here as well. And then if you guys want, this is one of our next major opportunity here, right? No, you don't have to worry about changing your name on Twitter right now. Don't worry. There is going to be a Twitter authentication tool coming out that will allow you to connect it however you want. So you can connect it to whatever profile you want with your Discord. So don't worry, that's actually coming in pretty soon. And same thing. If you guys are here, like I just posted this link. If you guys share this out, if you guys got timed out, don't worry. I'll give you the relic again. I know it kind of got timed out with how many people were trying to enter it in, which was kind of nuts. Yeah, don't worry. Don't cry, Goldberg. It's okay. Don't cry. We'll give it to you. Before that, Goldberg, go retweet that. Go interact and retweet with this. Go let everyone know, because you guys got to realize tomorrow we're going to have a huge event. We're going to talk to 4 like the 10 most important people on Ordinals. It's going to start here with Jameson, right? And we're going to talk about this like really amazing rarity, a concept that he's leveraging with Rodimer, like influenced by the founder of Ordinals. And then the best part is then the conversation right after this, right? We're going to have a breakdown with Danny, the co-founder of On-Chain Monkey, probably one of the best technical creative builders right now on Ordinals. We're going to also have both Raf and Ordinali from the core Ordinals team. These are 2 of the 3 technical people working on Ordinals right now. There's no better people to learn from right now than the people building the freaking infrastructure we're working on, right? Like they are literally the equivalent of like, I don't want to say literally the equivalent. They are in some ways equivalent to what Vitalik is to Ethereum. These guys are somewhat similarly of value to the vision of Ordinals as well, right? Casey is the guys these 2 report into at this point, and we're going to get to learn from them all on a collective stage. So that's going to come up right after this event. We've already put it on our tribe calendar. So make sure you take a look at that and get join us for that event as well too. Here, I'll drop it in chat. Here we go. Bazoom. Okay, you guys have it here as well. You should be good to go. All right, I will give you the same relic again because I'm a nice person. So if you got timed out, just head to the secret chamber here real quick. Pay attention, and we will get it to you. I am tired. The password is 47023. The password is 47023. You guys know how to enter it in. Again, the password is 47023. Alrighty then, you guys can definitely get it in. Yeah, exactly. For those of you with Chonker's fingers, you can now get it. There's less people here as well. You should be good to go. Alrighty, guys. Other few small updates coming in. Pendants will be going out later this week for season 2. As we mentioned, season 2 relics will be updated and removed. You might get a few additional relics coming to you by the end of this week, including the relic bonuses for owning soul and or diamonds. And also the passive generator will be starting here shortly as well too, for those of you who own both season 1 and season 2 soul. Outside of that, you're going to start seeing that multiple of our auctions are going to be gated based off the soul you have, right? So for those of you, of course, have diamonds, you'll have your own exclusive auctions. Those of you who have soul season 2 will also have your own auctions. And then, of course, those of you with soul season 1 will have your own according auctions as well. But the idea here is that we're trying to give a huge amount of allocation to those who continue to support our ecosystem here as well. And that's kind of where this vision is trying to go to a whole nother level as well. No, the passive generator is just relics, man. Kill them. They're just straight up relics. There's no NFTs or anything. We don't want to distribute more NFTs. We are thinking about making. Actually, I don't know, man. You kind of make an interesting point. Do I soulbound this to season 1 and season 2? It might actually, you know what? It might be a relic. I mean, it might be an NFT, but man, I hate making you guys pay gas for it. That's the only thing. Like, I don't like the idea of you guys paying gas, even for like 1,000 to 5,000 of these, right? It's still annoying to pay $2-3. I'll think about it. But no, we'll probably make these. We'll probably still make this the offline stuff because the stuff I want you to pay gas on is stuff that's actually real generative art, right? Or has some utility of the asset. So we'll make sure it's an offline thing, right? Yeah, I think we'll use the relics. And then the only thing you guys will have to claim are the digital claims, right? Or the physical claim themselves, and those will have like their corresponding ETH costs for the gas transaction to claim or the physical costs to ship as well. So I think that's how we'll want to kind of structure that as well. Nah, you don't actually want airdrops. Airdrops are actually really bad design if you care about your taxes. You actually want to pay a cost basis of the gas on a transaction, rather than worrying about the details there. Plus, yeah, we have zero interest in doing airdrops at this point. We think airdrops are bad design. So, but that's a whole different other story. So, guys, with that, I hope you could kind of see where this loyalty is going to. And I know this was like a little. I love these kind of Monday conversations because they're kind of unstructured, so we can always follow this. We're also going to do some more Q&A here as well, in this kind of design and your structures here as well. So you can keep asking about these features. And don't get me wrong, guys, like season 2 relics are season 2 soul is still open for like 10 more days at least. So we're going to give out more information. So if you have more information here as well, you're going to have this huge opportunity for getting more and more upside on the design. So guys, with that, I'm going to let you all go. We're actually well over time here. So I want to give you it back so you guys could go enjoy your lives. We'll see you tomorrow for these major events. I'm also going to tweet out another event here as well. Feel free, please amplify our events. Go to these events. Go click on this link. There's 300 of you here, and there was only 120 retweets. Why are you guys lying to me? Why are you guys lying to me? Go click that. Go retweet that. Amplify our community, guys, right? Like, amplify it. Like, you guys want to absolutely amplify this stuff, right? And that's kind of the big thing here is that, do you guys realize if you help us give us more organic reach, we're only going to get more powerful, which means I only get to feed you more allocation, which means that with all of this, right, we're going to design. I know many of you had, and I thank you all. I was just making a comment that, hey, with 400 people here, this thing should have more than 120 retweets. Don't be lazy. Retweet this shit, right? And I mean it because this is good shit to retweet. I'm not making you retweet some bullshit here about like some meme or some dumbass shit. Like, no, I'm talking to you about like we're going to have some dope ass conversations and we're going to be